Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on X. Welcome to part 2 of my top 50 players in the 2025 NFL Draft. If you missed part 1, check the description in the box below. Today, we are breaking down players 11 through 20. Guys, if you love the draft and you want more draft content, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Let's go! All right, coming in number 11, edge rusher Nic Scourton out of Texas A&M. Nic Scourton might be the most aesthetically pleasing pass rusher in the class. He's wise beyond his years regarding his arsenal of rush moves, and his well-developed frame is NFL ready despite only being 20 years old. A big part of Nic Scourton's appeal is his combination of size, strength, and athleticism. To put it in perspective, he has the frame of a more traditional hand-in-the-ground defensive end, but both Texas A&M and Purdue had him lined up as a stand-up outside linebacker and had him drop into coverage on several occasions. He's extremely well balanced against the pass and the run. Between his pro-ready body and impressive movement skills, it's easy to see why NFL teams like Nic Scourton and why he'll likely be an early round pick. Coming in number 12, let's talk about James Pearce Jr. out of Tennessee. James Pearce has been arguably the best pass rusher in college football over the past 2 seasons. His 22.2% pressure rate since 2023 led all Power 4 edge defenders, and he steadily increased his run defense over that span as well. Pearce Jr. is a speed rusher who still has some room for improvement in terms of pass rushing moves, which is incredibly enticing considering how dominant he was in SEC play with some rawness in his game. James Pearce Jr. has all the natural gifts you're looking for in an edge rusher, granting him one of the highest ceilings of any prospect in this class. While that upside is worth betting on, he's just not a complete product at the moment. Still, he can contribute as a pass rusher early in his career and has plenty of potential considering he'll only be 21 years old on draft day. Coming in number 13 in my rankings is running back Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State. Ashton Jeanty is a throwback running back. He's your traditional do-it-all threat that a team could easily justify 300-plus touches a season for any NFL squad. From the jump, Ashton Jeanty has elite vision and the ability to manipulate defenders and create creases in the run game. Jeanty pairs that vision with strong patience and precise feet. He's decisive in his cuts, stays active in traffic to create additional yards and sustain his drive. His pass protection is still a work in progress, but his dense frame and love for contact are attractive elements that have allowed him to aggressively stick his nose into second-level pressures and wash defenders into traffic to keep throwing lanes open and the pocket intact. Overall, he's a guy who offers the ability to win between the tackles, outside the numbers, and serve as a weapon in the pass game. I've got a top 20 grade on Ashton Jeanty. Coming in number 14 in my rankings is edge rusher Mykel out of Georgia. There isn't a 2025 prospect with more physical upside than Georgia edge rusher Mykel. At 6'5", 265 pounds, Williams has a massive wingspan and rare movement skills that would probably be selected in the first round based solely on his athletic traits. Heading into the year, he was completely unproven as a pass rusher and needed to show some technical development to establish himself as a lottery pick. He missed most of the first half of the season with an ankle injury, but after returning in week 8, his tape was very encouraging. While he's far from a finished product, he's shown enough growth as a pass rusher to warrant consideration as an early round pick. Despite his lack of polish, NFL teams will likely be willing to bet on his physical tools earlier rather than later. Coming in number 15 in my rankings is linebacker Jalon Walker out of Georgia. I have Jalon Walker as the top linebacker prospect in this upcoming draft class, edging out Jihaad Campbell just barely in my rankings. Certain players from specific universities tend to excel at the next level. Ohio State wide receivers, Iowa tight ends, Wisconsin linemen, and front 7 players from the University of Georgia. Jalon Walker's film is jaw-dropping. His versatility and total package is as elite as it gets. He's every bit one of the top playmakers in this draft. He routinely penetrates the line of scrimmage, often facing opponents who outweigh him by 50 pounds, and he's single-handedly disrupted the pass game plans of several teams. The real question is how he fits at the next level. Walker undoubtedly possesses the athletic fluidity to drop into coverage. However, he still needs to refine that aspect of his game at the next level if he plans to be an off-ball linebacker in the NFL. I consider Jalon Walker a first-round talent, and I'm really excited to see how he fares throughout the draft process. Coming in number 16 in my rankings is edge rusher Mike Green out of Marshall. Mike Green has some of the most advanced pass rush movesets in this class, winning with a variety of moves including a cross chop, a ghost rip, a double swipe, and a bull rush. He's a talented hand fighter with a diverse arsenal of moves who understands how to sequence them and make offenses pay. He's also got one of the best spin moves among his peers. His pass rush repertoire, combined with his quickness and explosiveness, made him the most productive group of 5 pass rushers in 2024. He also has an advanced counter moveset and a rare feel for transitioning into his secondary rush effort. He understands when to abandon his primary move and switch to a counter so he's able to generate pressure when he doesn't get a clean win. Mike Green was one of the biggest winners of this year's Senior Bowl, and he looks every bit like a lock for the first round. Coming in number 17 in my rankings is cornerback Jahdae Barron out of Texas. In today's NFL, where nickel defenses are king, slot corners are now a vital component to elite defenses across the league. Jahdae Barron is a highly versatile defensive back with the ability to play multiple positions, including cornerback, nickel, and safety. Standing at 5'11" and 200 pounds, Barron has demonstrated the instincts and adaptability needed to contribute in almost any role within a defensive backfield. Known for his physicality, high motor, and football IQ, Barron has shown he can impact the game in both the run and the pass. Ideally, Barron plays inside at the nickel at the next level. His zone instincts, tackling, and run support abilities would shine best as a star defender who serves as a critical bridge between the core and the secondary. He's one of the best defenders in this class, and this guy has star written all over him. Coming in number 18 in my rankings is defensive lineman Shemar Stewart out of Texas A&M. As a pass rusher, Shemar Stewart might be a project, but I expect him to be an excellent run defender the moment he puts on an NFL jersey. He's listed at 6'6", 290 pounds, but he carries his weight so well he could pass for easily 270 pounds. His size and length make him a dominant block shedder who can set a firm edge and separate blockers from his frame, but he's more than just a base defensive end who holds his ground at the point of attack. Stewart has rare movement skills for a player his size and is just as effective at shooting gaps and evading blocks. He can outpace reach blocks, he can knife into gaps. Shemar Stewart is an elite athlete who should dominate the draft process and could be a big-time weapon in the right defense that wants to use him both inside and out. Coming in number 19 in my rankings is linebacker Jihaad Campbell out of Alabama. Jihaad Campbell will be just 21 years old when drafted and has some of the highest potential in this class due to his combination of age, size, and athletic ability. Campbell moves very well to be effective in coverage, especially when playing zone. He also has the change of direction and acceleration to break and close on routes to make tackles for short gains or get PBUs. Against the run, his feel and instincts still need to improve going forward. He also has issues staying in his gap when taking on blocks from O-linemen and good blocking tight ends. Campbell also has some position versatility as Alabama would have him line up on the edge and rush the passer. He needs to improve his technique, but the potential is off the charts if he goes to a team with a creative defensive coordinator who knows how to use him at multiple spots at the next level. Coming up last, number 20, safety Nick Emmanwori out of South Carolina. Nick Emmanwori is a hilariously supersized safety that, despite his stature, has a number of winning traits and could be a unique identity piece for a successful NFL defense. His instincts and zone coverage took a big step forward in 2024, and he has all the physical tools to successfully match opposing tight ends and dominate in the slot at the next level. Emmanwori projects best for teams that covet the personnel flexibility to play big nickel. Emmanwori's role as a base safety would be best unlocked as a safety role that rolls down into the box from split half shells and is more responsible for playing forward than working in a pedal. Nick Emmanwori projects as an early round pick with the potential to become a highly versatile defender, especially in run-heavy defensive schemes or as a hybrid safety linebacker. He'll need to develop better coverage skills and range to maximize his upside at the next level, but I'm willing to bet on that ceiling. Alright guys, that's players 11 through 20 in my top 50 big board. Do you agree or disagree with my rankings? Who are your favorite NFL draft prospects? Again, if you missed part 1, check it down in the description below and be on the lookout for part 3 in the near future. For everything draft, give me a follow on X at Mr. Crockpot. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay awesome.